Hey guys, welcome back to Limitless Starcraft, bringing you Game 3 of this Best of 5 series between our two players. This is from WCS Korea Premier Playoffs, and introducing our players. In our bottom left is our Yellow Zerg. He's from Wingjing Stars, and this is Soulkey. And in our top right corner is our Blue Terran, once again, our infamous SCX Soul Innovation. And now, if you guys haven't watched Game 1 and 2, go ahead and go watch those. I'm about to spoil those games in just a moment. And for Game 1, Game 1 and Game 2 were virtually the same, except Game 2 took less time for Innovation to win, so he is leading the series 2-0 right now. Very standard openers for both players on both games. Just establishing their macro and their economy early on, going for their Soulkey going for 3 hatch before pool last game, and Innovation getting his 3rd CC, I believe, before 7 minutes in both games. So very quick. Innovation went for Biomine in both games and just completely overran Soulkey, making Soulkey looks like he doesn't know how to deal with the strategy too well. So we're going to see if Soulkey can do anything crazy, anything Hive-like, and maybe be a little too aggressive for Innovation to handle. And we will see if Innovation will open up CC first. Looks like he is saving up the minerals for it, as he would already have the barracks going down right now. And hatchery first, once again for Soulkey. This map is Ganglai Beach. Very weird map, for sure. Makes for some interesting matchups. It's very open, but as far as Terran goes, I think this one is going to favor Terran, especially just because he will be able to defend his bases pretty well, especially for his natural. When the Mutilus Harass come in, he can definitely put turrets right above his mineral line right here. Same thing with this, and he can also defend pretty much all 3 of these bases from his main, just by setting up some turrets and some static D right there, maybe a few tanks. So Innovation can choose to turtle very quickly, SCV running through the water. Going in for the scout, seeing if Soulkey is going to perform the same 3 hatch build. Now we do have an early gas actually coming out for Soulkey, putting 3 drones on that, so we could see early Baneling play, maybe early +1 timing attack from Soulkey, don't know yet. Spawning pool coming close to finishing, and Innovation will scout this gas going up, so we will know something's up. See if he will prepare, maybe throw down a bunker in the front just to be safe. Overlord taking the long route, probably want to get in from the side right here. Never want to lose an Overlord too early against just a random Marine. Is supply blocking yourself that early is never ideal, but these guys are pro players. Should know what they're doing, but I might have spoke too soon. I don't think Soulkey will lose this. I believe he can position just right here where the Marine will not be able to reach it. Innovation trying to micro it there to do the most damage possible. And CC now being placed down, so Innovation's working on the factory first once again, probably going to go for the early Hellion Harass. He did get metabolic boost right away and then pulled off 2 drones, so that was very, I'd say smart by Soulkey. He's trying something different. He might go for the early bust. Looks like he wants to take this base right here and try to secure his 3rd as soon as possible. Never want to be same amount of bases as your opponent as Zerg, unless you're playing another Zerg. So let's see if we're going to get layer tech, maybe a Baneling nest. Not sure what Soulkey's thinking. I mean, he's already down 2-0. He has to win 1 game to stay in this series. And Innovation is just on top of his game. I honestly don't have too many criticisms. Actually, I don't think I have any right now at the moment for the way he's been playing against Soulkey these past 2 games. Everything's been on point. He's been macroing very nicely and microing very nicely, keeping his units alive as best as possible. And I actually want to see if Innovation can come up with something different. I've seen Innovation a lot lately, just utilizing this Biomine, but I mean, why not, as it is a very strong combination. Very hard for Zerg to deal with if you're not used to it, or if your macro's not on point. 1 myth click, 1 mine takes out 20 Zerglings, and that's game changing. So, and Overlord speed patch. If you guys are watching this now, you guys would know about the Overlord speed update, where it was increased by it was increased by double. I think it was like 1.4 to like 3.3 or something, and this was actually before that patch. So Overlord speed does not help, or Overseer speed. I'm sorry, the Overseer was the one given the speed boost. Third GC, the exact same open and double E base coming out for Innovation. He's just playing the same way he has been. No reason to change it, though I would like to see Innovation try something a little different, just to show that he can play on every level and every type of build order. But we already know that. I'm just saying from this series, I'd like to see that, because I have seen Innovation do quite a bit of this biomine aggression against Zerg. Quite a bit lately. Third place coming up for Soulkey. Few Zerglings going out. It's not going to see the third. Actually, this Overlord does see the third CC go down. We actually are seeing a tank come out. So this is what I was saying. He might be able to perch them along these edges right here. Especially for Soulkey, it's going to be very hard for him to break this defense. I mean, I could see something like a Nidus Worm maybe working to, to breach this, but other than that, Soulkey's gonna have to do some serious damage to Mutilus. I think the only avenue would be bringing in Mutilus from this area, but then you have the option of maybe getting trapped by Innovation. He almost trapped last game, almost trapped all the Mutilus and killed them all just by misclicking. And the hatchery looks so weird when it's underwater. It's kind of cool. Cool feature for this map, but as I said, it's a very weird map as well. This is very open for Zerg, but I don't think Innovation wants to push into that just yet. Now, interesting play here by Innovation. I do not know why he wants to take this third instead of taking this one. Maybe because there is a two-way flank you can do with Zerg, but at the same time, you perch turrets in your Widow Mines just along this edge with a Sea Chink or something. It's so defendable. Make that a planetary fortress. But instead, he wanted to make it an orbital command, which is smart because he will have the extra economy. I had a Soulkey, and working on creep shred right now. Nothing crazy. Let me pull up structures. We have units. Let's see, we have a band that's just going down. Have the Macro Hatch and the Spire going down. So once again, I hope this isn't boring you guys. I don't know if you guys like watching TVZs. I didn't know. I hadn't actually seen these series, so I don't know how the games go. So this is actually 3 games in a row where we're going to see the exact same thing coming out from both players. Soulkey, I guess, hasn't learned his lesson. This is actually kind of neat. If you guys have actually seen like a Zerg be able to spread creep on this entire highway, it is pretty cool looking. Just a whole purple creep highway for Zerg to run along, but definitely not somewhere you really want to engage a Zerg. Definitely not enough to get any concaves or any damage done. Creep tumors drowning underwater, spreading themselves endlessly, and 4 bases is a good amount. Drop trying to come in. I don't know if he dropped a Widow Mine or something. He was trying to see what was going on right there. Macro Hatch going up, so he's going to be producing out of 5 hatches. Now, compared to the past 2 games, he actually got his 4th up and going pretty quickly. Compared to, I think it was like around 13 minutes when his 4th was just going up, or it was just being established. But Innovation was able to pick off, and it looks like he is moving out now, trying to do the same thing and halt the production for Soulkey. And Widow Mine's just now being placed. Looks like he's trying to go in for the concave right now. Soulkey not able to do the best engagement right now as his banelings. He only has a couple. Wow, those Widow Mines got a nice connect on those banelings. Took out, I think, 4 of them right there, so not enough to completely stop this attack, as there are more banelings rolling in. But he just, looks like Innovation might lose this force right here. Now I'm going to try to pick up 2 Mutilus. Aren't going to really do too much. Innovation continuously reinforcing this. And now this is the problem when you're Zerg. If you don't have any harassment done and you allow the Terran to get onto his 3rd base, essentially he can run on 3 bases for a long time, just constantly produce wave after wave. You have one wave coming in, you kill it off, and constantly there's another wave. So Zerg's got to trade very smartly. It can't just trade all of its units against one wave, because after that wave is done, Terran, Innovation's going to send in his next one. His macro is that good to where it's just continuous unless you get some harassment done. Now, creep spread is fairly good right now. Soulkey will be able to engage quite nicely, but I don't know. This is looking like the same scenario as the past 2 games, so it's kind of hard to say that Soulkey has an edge over Innovation, when Innovation just looks like he's kind of doing his dominant style right now. No muta harass at the moment. Turrets are already placed up in the base. Their base is pretty secure, as Innovation is the one doing the aggressive style right now. Good engagement right here. Ling's running by, trying to get the Biomine to hit his own units, and looks like that worked out pretty well. I believe Soulkey needs a few more mutas though. Mutalist count is kind of low. There we go. He's reinforcing a little bit. He needs to be able to have enough to kind of like one-shot drop shot.
Sorry.
I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions on how to get my frame rate to run a little better, please let me know. Frame rate's a little low. I am running Fraps is my recording program, and I am running this on a laptop, so it's not the best way to run Starcraft and commentate at the same time, but it's the only thing I have to work with. So if there's a way to make my frame rate run better, please let me know, guys. Let's see, and Innovation taking control of the middle of the map. Muta's trying to do a little damage here and there. You have to be careful though. Marines can certainly just clean them up with one swoop of their guns. And trying to see if we're going to see a 5th coming out of Soulkey. He needs to stay on top of his hatcheries and expand way more than Innovation. Engagement's in the middle of the map, trying to draw him into the biomines laid out across this water. Innovation knows exactly how many units he has to deal with though. He's not afraid to engage. His Soulkey is a little sloppy with his kind of like using all his units at once. I mean, last game he or first game he left his Mutalist to in the back, allowing his Ultralist to tank all the damage. And he's doing a pretty good job right now. Banelings don't need to be hitting the Marauders. Nice little micro right there, trying to focus on the Marines. And good engagement, good engagement. Pretty cost effective right there. But he did lose all of his Lings and his Banelings, trying to reinforce for more. Innovation might be able to pick these off there before they spawn. I mean, he's gonna have to sacrifice Mutalists just to save those Banelings. And a few of them getting canceled right now. Dropships coming into play. There's only a few left. Innovation's gonna be staying on top of that with a few more. This endless production from Innovation. I mean, they are tied up in supply, but as Zerg, you always want to be up a little further than Terran. Now, we'll see the upgrades on these guys. We are at 2-2 for Innovation, and we should be at 2-2 for Soulkey as well. +1 missile attacks for Mutalisk. And production. Not too much going on. 20 Banelings on the way. Going a little more Baneling heavy this time around. Trying to see if it'll make a difference, but Widowmines kind of counter that. One good hit and it explodes all the Banelings, and you lose out on all those resources. Pre-spread has halted thus far, as Soulkey is trying to focus on this army ahead of him. Let's see if Innovation is, going for a 4th of his own. So pretty soon he's going to be able to reestablish another base, or establish. Mutas coming around, swinging around, trying to pick off reinforcements. Wasn't able to get too much there. 6 Zerglings to take out 1 Marauder. Soulkey's just not looking in the best position right now. It looks like he might go down 3-0 against Innovation. Dropship coming into play. And we could see a lot of drones go down here, but Soulkey notices it and we'll be able to pick up this drop. We got high tech already done. Trying to see if we're gonna adrenal glands, the extra upgrade for the links. We need to see the Ultralist coming out here pretty soon, because Soulkey does have the income to supplement it. And with the way Innovation's kind of like steamrolling him, Zerg should be pushing Terran back little by little. And Terran should be trying to gain more ground, but Innovation's already gained this middle ground. He has Widowmines protected from the side flank. Can't really do too much. He could try running around. Oh no, I don't think that's successful actually. And Muta's trying to come in for the side flank. There are too many mines there though. Looks like Innovation might have this game once again. Zerg is low in supply, and decent Widowmine hit there. Decent one of mine hits actually on Innovation's own army. Hit a few Marines there. Finland's trying to do what they can. Constantly having to reforce it, but Soulkey needs to take a 5th base of his own if he's going to be able to stay on top of this. And we should see Innovation's next base probably going down right here. He could try to take it in the middle of the map, which would be smart considering his positioning right now in this game. And I'm still waiting on the Ultralist. I don't know if he's already produced the Ultra Cavern or not. Nope, we have 3-3 on the way. And no Ultralist count, so this is going to be really hard to just stop with Bane Muta. It's not being effective right now. He's just little by little pushing him back while his Innovation keeps resupplying and pushing forward. Innovation is up by 30 supply. This is looking pretty grim for Soulkey once again. He does have quite a bit of Mutalist, but they're not going to be able to tank all this damage. And then right there, bad Baneling connection right there. He just lost almost all his mutas just from this sick engagement from Innovation. And Innovation doesn't even need to take his next base as he already is ahead. Looks like he is going to take this game. Took out Soulkey's 4th base. Drones getting killed in the process. He doesn't need to leave them idle there. I believe it could have been a little bit of game changer for Soulkey if he would have thrown out Infestors earlier and then transition into his Ultras. He had enough resources to get up at base, but unfortunately Soulkey got too carried away with the middle of the map trying to protect that hatchery. That Innovation was just way ahead of him. And there is the GG, so that is game 3. Innovation 3-0 Soulkey to move on in the playoff premiere. And Soulkey, I believe, is knocked out. He might go to the losers bracket. But that is 3-0, and look forward to another premiere playoff game. Another series of 3 coming up pretty soon. Thanks for watching.